Hi, I'm Martin with Keysoft Solutions, and I'm going to show you how to draw a planting area in Keyscape LandCAD. So I'm on the Softworks ribbon tab here, and I can see the planting area panel here. So if I go to Add to load the planting area dialog. Now the first thing to do is to select the geometry. Now you can select the area, which allows you to pick a closed polyline. You can draw the area if you haven't already got it in the drawing, but I'm going to use the From Boundary, which allows me just to pick inside an area and it will automatically pick up the boundary from it. So if I just pick somewhere in here, it'll pick that up. Once we've done that, I can come into the bottom half of the dialog, and I can use this specification button to load the specification selection dialog, and that allows me to pick the species amongst other information for this planting area. There's a large list there to choose from. I know the species I'm looking for, so I can start typing and I can find that quicker that way. I'm also going to select a symbol down here. Now this will associate this symbol with this specification, and if I pick that, this loads up a block selection tool. There is a drop down that allows you to pick from different areas. I'm going to go into the shrubs section and I'm going to pick a block from here and OK that. So we can see the preview there of the block I've selected. OK that when I'm happy, and we're back into the main dialog, and you can see that this section has updated with the information I've selected. I can also set the density down here, so there's a few options for fixed number per meter squared and centres. I'm just going to plant this at 1.5 per meter squared. Now up in the display options, I can set a few more things. In the pattern, I can pick the pattern for this planting area. Now if you know what you're looking for, you can pick that from the drop down. If you want to have a look at what things look like, you can press the button next to it and you can find something that way. I'm going to go with this one, OK that. Now the X scale defines how far that pattern stretches along the edge of that planting area, and the Y scale defines how far this pattern stretches away from the edge, and the offset is how much of a gap is left from the edge of that area and where the pattern starts. We can set the alignment to the left or right side of that the boundary that it's found, and I'm going to leave that at right, but I'm going to untick flip pattern so that it draws on the inside of this area, and I'm happy with that. Press finished. Now I've also got the symbol, so I've selected the symbol that I wanted to use whilst in the specification select dialog. There's a couple of options that we can give to it here as well. So we've got the spread and the height. I'm going to leave those at 1 meter each. We've also got some layout options, so we can do that on a triangular grid, on a square grid, or at a random placement. I'm going to go with a triangular grid on this one. We can also set the rotation for each of these blocks. If I know there's a specific rotation I want all of them to be at, I can set that here. But I'm going to go with an auto rotate, so each block that gets placed within this area will be given a random angle. We've also got the ratio down here, so at the moment, if I move that across, we can see that there are 44 plants. At the moment, at a 1:1, it's going to draw 44 blocks into this area. We can decrease that. If it's a large drawing and you need to make sure things aren't going too slowly, you can reduce the ratio of things so there are less blocks drawn. It will be less of a drain on the computer and it should keep the drawing moving smoothly. For this one I'm going to keep it at 1:1, and I'm finished with that. Now we're back into the main dialog. I'm happy with everything I've set up. I'm just going to hit OK, and we come back into the drawing. So here we can see I'm being asked for specification location, so I'll drop that in there, and now draw the leader from the planting area back to the specification text. Press enter to finish, and we can see the pattern has been drawn around the edge and each individual block has been drawn within that area.